Hey folks, here we are. Everybody's in the breakout room this week talking about humanity. And how cool is it that we're talking about humanity today, which is during Easter, during Ramadan, during Passover, and a few weeks away from Rizwan. So it's a sacred time for all of humanity. And it's a great virtue that we're going to look at in April, and look at all the virtues arrayed underneath it, around it. So it's a big concept, and we were looking at that big picture, but also understanding that it's a small picture, that the way we felt that we could operate was in the little picture, in the microcosm. We all have big hopes and ideals and desires and longing for there to be a big global humanity that is one, that is united, that is at peace. But we act on that right where we are right now with whoever it is that we're interacting with. We did talk about how then to show up to humanity, desiring to eliminate prejudices when we know that a lot of us carry a lot of privilege. And our discussion really went to the idea that we need to just listen, because we can't, in fact, really understand some things about some people. Just as much as we'd want to have empathy for someone, we're just not going to know what it's like to walk in their shoes in some circumstances. And so to be content to listen and hear what it is people say in whatever voice and way that they're saying it. And there was also very much this idea that when you're having those conversations with people and they're sharing their authentic self, that you find out that, you know them, you like them, you gain a little bit of understanding. And then if they have a view that's very different from you and how you think of humanity and what we should do, not do, those kinds of things, there's a pause rather than a judgment and a longing to understand more what that's about. And one person in particular, referenced her mom and said, "Mom always said, there's always something good in everyone that you got to look for it." And everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. We need to listen to those stories. And that's what's going to make it easier. We're each other's story keepers. So if you have the privilege to listen to someone who's willing to share their story with you, that is the pebble in the water that's going to ripple out to help build this oneness, this humanity that's all here on the planet together. And it's an ever-evolving thing. We have to constantly strive for it and to understand it, because humanity is evolving.